Well, guys, this is it. This is day one of my ultimate road trip, and guys, to say that I am excited is a complete understatement, to be sure. I'm just so pumped to get on the road today and to start filming some stuff, go travel. If this is the first time on the channel, you might be wondering, who's this guy? What is he talking about? My name is Brex Taylor. This is my channel, Raven Outdoors, where we do outdoor adventures and hiking and camping and all that great stuff. And as you may have known, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I have taken a job out in Montana with the Montana Conservation Corps, where I'll be out there for 6 months. But in doing so, of course, I have to drive all the way out there, right? And so I planned out a big road trip where I'm going to be hitting a lot of the huge, big, monumental places out west, such as Rocky Mountain National Park, Grand Teton National Park, Yellowstone, and then just other few random things on the way. So I am so excited to get on this journey with you guys and see some just beautiful, breathtaking sights and have some fun. It's going on an adventure, guys. So let's quickly talk about the itinerary. So today is day one. Today we're heading out and we're going to drive for about 6 or 7 hours. We're going to get out to Lebanon, Missouri. And we're going to be stopping at Bennet State Park. Bennet State Park has a bunch of big, huge, beautiful natural springs there, which is going to be very cool to see. A lot of people do trout fishing there. And then also the town of Lebanon has Route 66 cutting through it, which is pretty neat. I've never been to a town where Route 66 cut through. So there'll be some interesting things we can check out there. Day two, we're heading out from Missouri and driving all the way over to about another 6 or 7 hours over to, I believe, is Sylvan Grove or Ellsworth, Kansas. And from there, we're going to be staying at Wilson State Park, which has a nice, big, beautiful lake. We're going to be exploring that park, checking it out, doing stuff kind of in the local area as well. And then day three is where we're going to start hitting some of the big stuff, which I'm pretty excited about. On day three, we're going to head out to Colorado and getting to Rocky Mountain National Park, which, I'm super excited about because I've never seen the Rockies, guys. I've never seen the Rockies in any state that it crosses through. So I'm going to kind of go first and foremost to the OG place, right, to Rocky Mountain National Park itself. I'm going to get out there and I am going to explore the park, of course. Then there's the town that's right before the park itself. It's called Estes Park, ironically. And we're going to go check out some pretty cool places in that area. We're going to be there for a couple days. Once we leave Colorado, we're going to go up to Wyoming and hitting up Grand Teton National Park. And we're going to be checking out the town of Jackson, or Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which is very beautiful. Big bucket list place for me. So we're going to check that out for a few days. And then from there, we're going to head up to Yellowstone in the kind of Wyoming-Montana border. And we're going to do that for about a day or so. And then from there, we're going to take that final leg up to where I'm going to be staying near Kalispell, Montana. So guys, again, I can't say it enough. I'm just so pumped for this. A little nervous, of course. This is a big trip. There's a lot of things that a lot of moving parts, but beyond that, I am very excited to get on the road and to record this. Hopefully show you guys some very interesting places that you've never been to as well. So yeah, come along with me, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have an adventure these next basically week and a half. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. Before we get going, I'm going to show you guys my trek setup. If you've, again, followed along my channel, as you know, I've been building out my 2000 Toyota Tundra as kind of like a truck camper setup. And so I've done a few additional things to that since then. So I'm going to show you guys what my setup is like, and we're going to hit the road. So let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the truck here. So I added quite a few things to make it a little more homey since we've seen this last. I added a few of these little doormats and just kind of either glued them or velcroed them down. It's easier on the knees because they have this like hard ribbed texture there and it destroys your knees. But I got that bed in here, got a couple blankets on here, and I'll have my big sleeping bag quilt as well. On the sides here, got a fan and a foldable table, so when I get out to like a campsite, I can fold that and do some cooking or whatever. Got a little piece of mat here, obviously for the knees as well, but that's kind of a buffer where I can kind of put my dirty shoes. And then in the back here, just kind of a rug that I kind of cut down to what I need to be, just for comfort, and looks a little bit. Got some cushions in the back there for sitting. As I had shown you in the previous video, this is the little table that I had made. So that'll be good, you know, whenever I'm stationary and I'm just sitting back there, I can unfold that and have the little tabletop. And also I kind of bungee that together with all of the reflectics for the windows. And of course I have the, not sponsored, the Anchor, I think it's the 521 I got. Basically that way it allows me to have some battery, which is going to be very much needed as I, you know, camp out in the back of this truck and stuff. So anyway, that is the back of the truck. Like I said, I got the also another igloo cooler we'll be throwing back here. That'll be my basically primary refrigeration, if you want to call it that. So that'll be good. Also, like I said, it's kind of hard to see. Got a little bit of lights going around here, and it's not super bright, but you know, kind of good enough for the evening. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I just got to the gas station, filled up with some gas, got some ice and drinks for the cooler. And as the channel motto goes, adventure is waiting. So there's nothing left for me to do but get after it. Let's hit the road. Let's do it. Okay, just had to stop off at Mount Vernon, Illinois for kind of the unexpected stop there. Decided to get some gas and stuff, and then my check engine light just came on, which was a little bit scary, because you know, with an older truck like this, you don't know what it's going to be. I actually just got a check engine light a few weeks ago. It was a bank one, sensor one, heated oxygen sensor. And I got that repaired and it came up again. So we're thinking it's just an electrical thing, where it's just kind of like randomly triggering it. It's not actually bad. So at this point, I think we're okay. But anyway, got me a little bit of a Mountain Dew action here.
And I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
And filled up on gas. And yeah, we're going to be hitting St. Louis here soon. And maybe get a little recording of the arch while we're passing by if we can. And yeah, we're about maybe halfway there to our destination. Alrighty, we are finally here after about 6.5 hours of driving. We're at Bennet Spring State Park, which will be one of our main destinations for today. We'll be exploring this park and have some fun checking it out. Apparently this is it has a lot of naturally occurring springs, and it's apparently a big place for fishermen. And they love to come out here and trout fish, which I actually do have a fly rod that I just bought, but I don't have a license, and I, to be honest, have no clue how to fly fish, really. So this would have been a perfect place to do it. But man, look how beautiful this day is. My goodness. Yeah, so we're gonna just come out here and explore a little bit, check out some of these springs, hike, and have some fun. Then we're gonna do some more stuff later this evening, but you know, let's do it. Okay, we are finally here. I've got parked here to use this restroom. pretty neat restroom. Anyway, so coming from Indiana, this is like the most bizarre state park I've ever seen in my life. So usually in Indiana, state parks are kind of like designated as a, you know, like a state area. And it's just kind of like contained within itself. You know, it's just, that's all it is. But here, it's wild. There's houses in here and stores. Very, very cool. But I've never seen anything like this before. So I have no clue. I don't know anything about this place other than, like I said, there's springs, and I know a lot of people liked it here. That's one of the reasons why I planned to stop here. So I'm gonna use the restroom after a nice long several-hour road trip, and we're going to check out a few different places, check out the map maybe, go to the park office or whatever and get a map and go from there. So let's do it. So here they have the park store, which is actually pretty impressive. They have a whole section, and they have a bunch of stuff for camping, of course. They have a whole section that actually is for like fly fishing, at poles and lures, everything. It's pretty awesome. I thought this was pretty cool. You know, they have a need one, take one, like the mobile library thing, but they also have it for fly fishing jigs and stuff like that, which I thought that was pretty cool. So we are out here. I'm getting ready to go hike for a little bit, but before we do that, I have to get a little bit of a snack in because I haven't eaten for a long time. So there's some falls over here we're gonna go check out. Before I do, kind of hard to see here, but we got the river over there. Got some guys fly fishing in the water, pretty cool. And as you can clearly tell, definitely have some construction going on over there. So it does take away a little bit of the natural serenity of the springs, but you know, nevertheless. Let's go over here to the falls though, show you that, maybe eat a little snack here, and yeah, go hiking after that. Very pretty, loud. I don't know if you can even hear me, but very pretty. So there's some benches over here. Sit down and have a little bit of a snack with some beef jerky and some granola bars. So I'm driving to find a place to hike, and finally get to do cool truck things with my truck. The road kind of crosses through this part of the spring, I guess, which it's like, you know, not even a foot of water, but you know, it makes me feel good about myself that I can go through the water with my truck. And break my suspension. Okay, I've driven around endlessly. I finally found a place to hike. Here we have the Bennet Spring State Park Natural Tunnel Trailhead. They have some signage here, but Trails of Spring Hollow, welcome to the Missouri Ozarks. Pretty cool. So you can check that out if you want to. One cool thing I saw that was stuck out to me is it talks here about the you know, you're about to go travel through typical quote karst topography, and for people who don't know, like I said, I come from southern Indiana, and that harkens true for my heart, because basically all of southern Indiana, especially where I'm from, around Bedford and Mitchell area, is all karst topography, just basically meaning that because of the limestone underneath the ground, it erodes and creates sinkholes and caves and stuff like that. So pretty cool that they're you know, pretty cool that they're similar over here. So yeah, let's see if we can get some hiking done. Okay, two choices. We can do the Savannah Ridge Trail or the Natural Tunnel Trail, and one's 2.5 miles and one's 7.5. So I think I know which one I'm doing. So, but on this one it says, you may experience natural surface dirt, mud, gravel, shifting rocks, slippery surface, etc., rocks, roots, and or down vegetation, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, let's go hike. So one thing that's pretty interesting about this as I'm hiking is that I'm seeing some like birds essentially that I've never seen before. Naturally, I think it's because it's kind of the crossover from kind of the western side of the US. But it's just kind of interesting to see that not even that far away from my house, you know, a couple states away. There can be that kind of difference in, you know, wildlife and stuff. And, you know, just another instance is on the drive here, there was like a stinking massacre on the highway. And what I mean by that is that, like, I felt like every couple miles there was a dead armadillo on the side of the road. But with that being said, I had no clue that there were armadillo here, so pretty cool. Okay, come to another crossroads here. So it would be this way, as notified in the sign. There's a natural channel. I'm going straight, which does the loop for the whatever trail I'm on. I can't remember. But I just kind of wanted to take a second here. I don't know how well that comes through on the camera audio, but it's just peaceful out here. Like once you get away from like the stream, like the river, there is just no one out here, no one. You know, and there's not like a ton of hiking trails here from what I've gathered. But if you're, you know, somewhere around here and, you know, you want to come hike, seemingly this place is a really great place to hike because there's just no one out here. It's beautiful. Man, I'm hearing so many sounds of birds and insects and stuff. It's pretty awesome. One thing I'm having to be careful on as we walk here for a second. One thing I have to be careful on is, as I was reading up a little bit more about this area, apparently it does have black bear. And I guess due to the, I don't know, the habitat or whatever, it apparently has black bear akin to the Appalachian region. So I do have my bear spray on me. So for those who have watched my prior videos, I do have bear spray, and keeping an eye out. Hopefully I don't have to run into one, but if I do, luckily I can just turn back around this time. So anyway, let us continue on. Okay, coming to another crossroads here, and got a little bit of a water crossing, but it's very cool. These are all naturally occurring springs, so very awesome. Honestly, if my water bottle was not already filled, I would probably fill it up and just try to filter it later, get some beautiful spring water. But yeah, anyway, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get across this gingerly. Here we go. So let us continue on the trek here. Honestly, I am not sure how long I've gone. Usually I use a kind of an app to track how long I've hiked, but I am just freeballing it today. I have no clue if I'm on the right trail. I'm like 90% sure I am, but I'm not tracking it with an app. I have no clue how far I've gone, so anyway, very cool. Also, hard to see, but a deer track. Cool. Okay, so that's where I've come from. This is where I'm going. But I just wanted to point out this, like, you know, not been much to record necessarily, just kind of like this forested corridor here, which is good to hike in, but not necessarily great to film. But what I was going to say, though, is what I love is when you're hiking, all of a sudden it opens up and you can start seeing the sky. And then especially, and this can be really hard to see from here, but I'm up on a ridge. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. You can't really see it. Anyway, there's a ridge line over there, and you can see it. Kind of a nice little view over there. That's why I need to get a little bit better camera. And yes, I have my backpack the other way around, because you know what? I need to give my back a break because I'm sweating. And I realized it's actually a much better system. Like, you know, your backpack, put it on your back, it's completely out of the way. You know, I guess that's kind of nice. But at the same time, all of these stuff that you need to grab you don't have access to until you take it off and pull it around. Right now, I've been having to put my phone in this pocket. Got my bear spray right here, so if I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Give some sort of beast the 1-2, I can. And of course, I got my water bottle and other stuff right here. So, just saying, folks. Sometimes we do things not because it's the best way, but just because it's the typical way. So anyway, let's see what's over here. I don't know if there's necessarily anything particularly awesome, but it's just like this little bald spot right here people come out to. I'm assuming camp, I don't know. And again, unfortunately, you can't see it super well, but there's like a ridge line right through there, and I can see it in certain spots where it pokes through the trees. But anyway, pretty cool. Yeah, somehow when I was doing my research on this, I somehow magically didn't realize that this was a part of the Ozark, range, the Ozark Mountains and Ozark area in Missouri. Like, why that just didn't occur to me. But I read it on that sign back there, and I'm like, oh, this is in the Ozarks. And then, like I said, I see some, bigger hill formations and stuff, and I'm like, huh, checks out. So anyway, let's continue walking. I think I'm about, 2/3 of the way there. So yeah, let's continue walking. If I see anything else, I'll point it out to you. Anyway, don't know if you could even really see that much in the video, because I have this little thing I can put my phone in and extend it. Here, I'll give it a shot. See how it turns out. Oh, little box turtle. So, what's really cool about these woods is there's just tons of wildlife out here. Like, mostly, like squirrels, birds, stuff, but also obviously turtles. And I also just saw back through there several little like salamanders. I was trying to get one on film, but I couldn't get them. They're too quick. That's why I had to get a turtle. So anyway, yeah, it's just really cool. It's spring has sprung, and stuff. So it kind of makes sense that they're all out and stuff. But it's just very cool. It makes you feel the woods feel alive, And apparently this is what I have to cross here. It's a good thing that I can jump a little bit, because that's probably, that's probably what's going to have to happen here. So yeah, hopefully I don't slip and fall. Going.
My pack dog. Can you tell?
There you go.
It's like, hey, you got a fish yellow back there.
Hi.
It's Marvin.
Yeah, cute dog. Okay, we are nearing back to civilization. About back in my truck. As you got to see there, I didn't want to record that guy getting up as in privacy, so I just kind of had the video camera pointed down, but cute doggy. But like I said, as you can see though, my feet are a little soaked right now. So anyway, pretty cool though. Nice and refreshing after a long hike. Get a little spring water on the tootsies. So yeah, good thing about these, I have the the Ultra Lone Peak 6s. They are like super good about draining and drying your feet. Like already, like my socks are cotton. I shouldn't be wearing them when I hike. They're still a little wet, but I can already feel it drying. So again, not sponsored, but if you want to check out those shoes, I highly recommend them for hiking and stuff like that. So anyway, let us get back to the truck here and kind of figure out what we want to do from there. Okay, we are back here at the truck. About 5:15 p.m. right now. So yeah, I still got to find a place. I need to park up the old rig and where I'm going to sleep tonight. Because for tomorrow, I do have a camping spot at Wilson State Park in, Sylvan Grove, Kansas. And like for all the subsequent other places, it'll be by National Park out west, more out west, should I say. And there's always those dispersed camping spots. But tonight, I just did not want to spend the money to buy a camping spot here this evening because they're very expensive, because this is kind of like a, if there was a resort, a resort state park, this would be it. It just feels that way. Everything is so kind of grandiose here, which is pretty cool. But it's like a big kind of place for fly fishers to come. And so thus the camping spots are very expensive. So, and also there's no dispersed camping this far east. So yeah, I guess I'll have to find a nice overnight friendly parking spot in a parking lot somewhere and rough it, because hey, if you watch any sort of van life, truck camping people, they unfortunately have to do that, as will I tonight. So we will get it figured out here. But like I said, it's about 5:15 now. I think it's about 30 minutes back to town. So I think I might go back over there towards some of the waterfalls, maybe chill for a little bit, read, drink some water, and head out from there and just figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the evening. So yeah, talk to you later. Okay, so basically I just kind of sat around the river for a little while and just kind of chilled for a little bit and just kind of just soaked it in for myself. Very pretty, as getting a little later in the evening, so I decided to head back into town. So unfortunately, I'm not able to get here in time to check it out, but as I'll show you now is the Route 66. Oh, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. The Route 66, I think it says library, but it's like a museum of Route 66 and stuff, because this is right over here. I know it's kind of a great cinematography, I know. But basically, through Lebanon, the historic Route 66 crosses through. This was one of the main routes that so many people took, back in the day, because Route 66, to my understanding, is basically one of the original ways people got out west. Luckily today, I say luckily, there's pros and cons to all of it, but to some degree, luckily, right, we have the interstates that we have today, and it allows us to get to, the places we're going much quicker, which that's the positive, of course. But of course, like I said, you got to pay homage, you got to pay, respects to the OG, Route 66. So, like I said, I wish I could have went into the museum even just to poke my head in just for a second, but it is closed and I have to leave pretty early tomorrow morning. So, too bad, but like I said, pretty neat. I've never been to a town that Route 66 crossed through, so that's first. So, all right, well, I'm going to check out a few different places to see where it would be good to set up camp tonight, and then I think I'm going to hit up a little bit of Din. But the day is starting to wind down a little bit. Going to do a little recon, go eat, and catch up with you later. Well, I had a little dinner. I tried to eat somewhere local tonight, and I couldn't just find any place that was kind of what I wanted and had good reviews and stuff. So I ended up just going to a Denny's to get a hamburger and some fries. So anyway, not the most adventurous of meals on my first night, but nevertheless it was very good. So I did some more research, and about 30 minutes from where I was in Lebanon, Missouri, there is a travel center or whatever it's called. I can't remember what they're called, but like a Love's and then the other one. Anyway, so I'm over here. So yeah, this is my this is my campsite for the evening. So here's to hoping that no one messes with the truck, obviously, and also that I can get some sleep tonight, because it's going to be probably a bit noisy. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to kind of call it quits for the evening. I might show you guys a little bit of the interior, kind of when I'm like settled in and everything here in just a little bit. But yeah, this is pretty much it. All right, well, here we are in the back of the truck. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see me or hear me. It's so stinking loud in here. these trucks. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be calling it a night. I have to start working on this video before I can go to sleep. But yeah, let me flip you around here. So I got the little table set up here. Got the fan going because it is hot in here. Got those windows cracked, as I had mentioned in my previous video. Get some of that air circulation. And got a little bit of string light action. Got my bed. Got a little drinks here. Sitting on my cushions here. So, you know, I mean, all in all, it's not too bad. Not too bad. It's gonna take some time, you know, over the next, well, you know, 6 months. Hopefully I refine it before the end of that. But you know, over the time, you know, just gonna refine this, get it a little bit better, do some tweaks, and yeah, hopefully kind of make this a nice livable home. Tonight, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not gonna get a great sleep because I'm sitting at this truck stop and just semis going back and forth, trucks, you know, people honking, their brakes squealing. So I don't know how good a sleep I'm gonna get tonight, but starting tomorrow when I'm at a campground and throughout the subsequent nights when I'm, like I said, out in the woods basically, or you know, in dispersed camping areas, I'm sure it'll be much quieter and easier to get some sleep. So nevertheless, we're gonna go ahead and conclude that for day 1 of my ultimate road trip. Guys, it's been awesome so far. You know, today and tomorrow, you know, not the most glamorous of places, you know, with being in Missouri and Kansas and stuff, but nevertheless, I've had a great time. It was kind of tiring driving, you know, 6-7 hours today, but with that being said, I had a great time. Bennet Spring State Park was awesome. Had a great time there. It was pretty cool to be in a place that Route 66 cut through, and yeah, so had some good dinner. Gonna call it tonight, work on this video, and hopefully try as best as I can to get some shut-eye. So guys, like I said, that's day 1, and I'll be coming back at you tomorrow for day 2 and continuing this adventure. So guys, this is Braxton with Raven Outdoors, reminding you that adventure is waiting.